From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Utah Utes offense will be first on the attack. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game, because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live. So he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed, but what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run, but what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit, but talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. The Utes will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. So Oregon's offense will go to work for the first time. And here it comes for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy.
Oh, he's got some space. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll do it himself. At the 45, on his way. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Got room at the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
No first down. That's fine. We got the completion. We had a successful play, and it sets up now a 4th down situation where, yes, I'm going for it.
The Ducks will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Lost a throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Moore. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. Breaks into the open.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. To the air on 2nd down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's lost. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. And the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Looking to throw, it's Nelson. He's going to run it. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pick off! What a play by this defense. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
You know, quarterbacks cannot stare down receivers, especially when thrown over the middle of the field. You've got to look these safeties off. That was going to be a small window to throw into anyway, but staring at that wide receiver made the safety's job so much easier.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long, putting them in a great position to be successful.
Now the play fake. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. And they'll push that lead out.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
This quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Rides the back on the option, the give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll try to do it himself. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. And the Utes are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And the Utes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They go to the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quarterback making checks. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
You got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Got a man. It's Moore. Breaks the tackle. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. To the air on first down. He'll get rid of it. He's got it. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Excellent path by the back on the option.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Throwing right. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've been calling a lively one so far from Salt Lake City.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
This is why Ou is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Bring in the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Dropping back, it's Nelson. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground, it's Harden. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Unleashes to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, don't they?
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
Give to the back. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Napier. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Ducks want to move quickly.
That's a really nice-looking throw. When I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game.
There he goes. Got the first down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. He'll keep it himself. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This crowd rising up, sensing that his defense needs some help. Takes it from the gun on third down. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Caught in the backfield. It's Harden. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't get a touch. Turn, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Caught behind the line. It's Hill. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. From the gun on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Mississippi State is putting on a show offensively. It feels like they've been ringing those cowbells all game. They're up by 27 over Minnesota. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gets open down the middle. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. The Utes want to pick up the tempo.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Looking to throw, it's Nelson. He's going to let it go. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They're able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good. You're late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget your defense, get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Caught over the middle. It's Tuggle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
This is a design run. It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And such a blown opportunity for the offense because on they had enough yards to pick up the first, keep the drive going, but he puts it on the ground. Defense jumps on it, and that is a massive turnover.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They think there's room to run to the right here. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming. Did a great job. Aggressive. Downhill. Went and got it. Got the tackle for a loss. Forcing the 4th down.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
Rush is on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. It's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon.
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing.